All right, brother. We are live. Hey, guys, I appreciate everybody coming in. When they start coming in, I got fifth quarter Cowboys in here. Uh,
Yeah.
I haven't done this in a while. I haven't went live on StreamYard since the playoff loss, since we turned into the Dallas Magicians last season. I think that's how long it's been, right, Fifth? I think so.
Yep. The Green Bay game.
Man, I said, well, let me mess with StreamYard for just a little bit. But just got through watching it. The Kansas City Thieves feel
Yep.
another win.
Yep.
But I don't know, man. Watching teams like that, watching the playoffs, man, it reminds you of regardless if they're cheating or not, it reminds you of what your team is lacking. That's how I feel when I watch the playoffs, man. When we're in the I think season, I watch it as if it's kind of like a spectator, kind of like I was doing the Cowboys this season, just kind of spectating and just try to see what we need, how they play, how they approach the game, and because the playoffs is a totally different game. I don't know if you feel the same way, Phil, but that's the way I approach it. How about you, man?
Yeah, it's so funny you say that when me, Ishan, and Uncensored were live, um I I told him, I said, man, it's depressing. Well, I said, look how explosive other teams are and how the different offensive plays they run. And I said, man, it's depressing watching these teams do stuff that we can't do.
Right,
Like
right.
watching even the Texans, like, even though
Yeah.
they lost, they was explosive offensively, man.
Hey,
Like it was
send you know how to send Eshan a link?
let me see, can I do it?
I don't.
I know Uncensored gonna want it
Or should
too.
I just put it in the chat? I don't know. It's up.
And I probably get a lot of trolls clicking on it. Damn.
I know, right? Hey, Ron, Super Ron, what's going on, man? Let me shout out to my people in there.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Got Dak Owens Filthy in the house. What's going on? Salute, big dog. Edward, what's going on, man? Alexander. Yeah, I think I'm looking forward to Washington losing this game myself. So we'll see. Jay, what's up? What's up? Lee, what's going on?
But yeah, like I say, I was watching the game and I was telling them earlier. I said, "Dang!" I said, "Man, it's very depressing watching these teams look explosive and we stink."
Yeah.
Like it wasn't a good feeling.
Nah.
Like just watching the Texans, just they look good.
Yeah.
They look good, and and,
They
and, and,
did.
and this and this is what I was talking about when I mentioned this size window you have to get to a certain spot to get to a certain level of success in the NFL. That's
Yeah.
31 teams, man, and the window is this small. And sometimes you have back to back to back opportunity. Like I said, in 2015, even though we went 4-12,
Mm-hmm.
it felt better than 7-10
Yep.
because we looked at that 2015 team and said, you know what, we got some.
It sure
We had
did.
a lot of injuries, but we got
Mm-hmm.
something.
Oh, there go
And
Easton right there.
and and um and
What's
it,
up,
and it
guys?
was like, what's up? And it was like, man, we got something here, man. Like, and I was excited because you got to think about it. Even with Tyron hurt a lot in 15, Tony Romo gone, Darren McFadden still cracked 1,000 yards.
Man. Yeah.
Dez had foot injury, they brought him back too early. But even with 4-12, I still felt something different. Seven
Yeah.
and 10, I don't feel nothing. The
Yeah.
teams that are good we had 3-12. Listen, that 4-12, and then we went down
Mm-hmm.
to no that 12-40. We went down to 4-12. Then we got back up to
Yeah.
13-3.
Mm-hmm.
I won't
Mm-hmm.
consider 13-3 that window. 4-12 was more of that window than anything.
Right.
13-3 was Dak. He was a rookie. He went up against Aaron Rodgers in the playoff. We could have won that game if he had a little more experience. I
Oh
mean,
man.
Jerry
Yeah.
kind of pooped the bed. And for God's sake, we had Justin Durant starting a linebacker in that playoff game there.
Yeah.
Um,
Mm.
but those 3-12-5 seasons was our window before this
Yep.
roster
I
imploded.
agree.
Now that roster is gone. I don't know if
Man.
we'll ever have
Gone.
that many star wide receivers. I don't know if we ever have that many good players. 9 or 11. I forgot how many Pro Bowlers.
We had 9 All-Pros. And
9
I don't know how we
All-Pros.
can get that again.
3 12-5 season, 9 All-Pros. All 3 wide receivers cracked almost over 800. Both running backs almost had a thought. Like, it was magical. And you had 3 chances. That window kept closing and closing and closing until it finally shut. And now the window is closed. San Francisco, window is closed.
Yeah. Agreed.
The small win. And as he said earlier, I said, man, it feels depressing watching other teams have explosive plays. It looks refreshing.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken, I think Kareem Hunt back with the Chiefs.
Yeah.
And he scored a touchdown, I think, or he had a good run.
Yeah. He iced the game.
And I was like, man, this is crazy. I can't name a wide receiver on that team.
Other than Kelsey, who can you name?
That's tight. Of course, we can name Telstra.
Well, yeah.
I can't name them.
What I mean?
I'm just saying. I'm just comparing it to when they say we need the Avengers in order to win.
Right.
It's annoying to me whenever
they said we need Thor and Loki.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
we need Thor and Loki. Not to mention, God, that was a big hit,
man.
Whew. But and I just hate it, bro. I hate to see. There's no reason that this team, the Texans, who once was terrible, the only thing they had was Deshaun Watson to be rebuilt and be where they're at now. And Jerry still don't know how to build a team. There's no reason for Detroit to lose many games they used to lose and to be on the potential of possibly going to a Super Bowl now because they know how to rebuild the team and Jerry don't. There's no reason that our defensive coordinator has went to the Washington Commanders, who was crap.
Yeah.
Under their last head coach, and possibly could win this game. Look what they're playing, and we at home. All these teams over the years are rebuilding. And guess what it all started with? Can anybody tell me? What happened? What did Detroit and the Rams do to make both of their teams better? They made one move apiece.
Careful.
What did Detroit and the Rams do?
I'm thinking quarterback or coach.
Be careful.
They literally just played tag. They quarterback slapped each other 5 on the way to the next team.
Yeah.
Matthew Stafford and Jared Goff, all they did was swap team. One won a Super Bowl he left, and one possibly can win one now. The Texans, what did they do? Deshaun Watson, get out of here, freaky massage boy.
Yeah.
CJ Stroud took time to build up. Jay Daniels, look, quarterback. And I know I'm walking on a thin line. I'm not gonna say his name because I don't want to hurt no feelings.
Oh Lord!
But when you look at these teams, there's one piece that is driving them.
That's it.
Yeah.
There's one piece that is driving every team in this playoff.
Yeah.
It used to be the receivers. It used to be the running backs and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It used to be. When you think about Elway, man, TD them, Shannon Sharp them,
right?
Yeah,
man, there was Elway is a legend. But what TD did, man, what TD did, people don't know what TD did.
That's what put him in the Hall of Fame. Those seasons right there. That's what put him in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
That Baltimore defense was shut down, but without Shannon Sharp being who he was, you still had to put points up.
Put points on the board. Yeah.
And they did it with Trent Different. They did it with Trent Different.
Yeah.
Back then, you could do that. Now,
it's a different league.
These defensive end, they're fast. These linebackers are fast. Everybody's fast. The tackles are fast.
Yeah.
Your quarterback has to be good, has young legs, and knows how to scramble and get out of there when he needs to.
It's a different league according to how you draft.
Right.
That's probably why the league has changed so much from then to now. Going back to this topic about how it looks when we look at other teams play in the playoffs. They're so far advanced. They do exactly what they need to do. Their focal point is winning, making their team better. Start from scratch. You got to start over. And then, like I've said before a million times, it starts with the quarterback. It starts with the quarterback.
It has to,
and then it goes offensive line. You gotta have a quarterback. You gotta have somebody that can, spread the ball and make good decisions in any situation. And then you got to protect that quarterback. And it's a domino effect. It goes from quarterback to on back.
Yeah.
Then you start looking at the offensive line, and you start looking at your receivers or running back, maybe receivers, and so on and so on. Same thing with the defense. I'm sorry, let me put Uncensored in here.
There you go. Yeah.
Uncensored, what's up, dog?
What's good, brothers?
I appreciate you coming on, man. Just this freestyle, just like what y'all was doing earlier. You know me.
I probably only got about an hour, but
that's fine.
Let's get some good conversations going.
But yeah, man. I mean, like I'm no longer at the point where I get mad about this team anymore, man. It's just like it's not worth the time or the energy for me to get mad. I think 80, you're in the same boat too, man. But it's just like this is we can say what we want about. I hate this team, I hate that team, but we're seeing real football right now, and it sucks that we're so far behind.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, if we were, God forbid, if we were in the playoffs right now, just imagine how bad it would look. We would be getting killed in these kind of games, man. It's so, I don't know.
Champs. Hey, since we were just talking about how it is watching other teams, how they develop, and that's in the playoffs right now. How you feel? What's your approach to watching teams and watching other teams and watching how they develop and how they, start from scratch and build and get to where they, just like the Washington Commanders, like the Detroit Lions. Detroit Lions have been losing for years, but now look, they've sacrificed and they've gotten better at all aspects of the game. And the Commanders are doing the same thing. Like, how do you feel when you watch our boys at home and then you watching real teams play in the postseason?
It's amazing when the right person walks in a room and can turn an entire organization around in a snap of a finger. Yeah. Dan Campbell walking into the Detroit, snap of a finger, that entire franchise changed. Dan Quinn, well, they had to get rid of Dan Snyder first, but Dan Quinn comes in, snaps of a finger. They don't expect to lose anymore. That's the mentality that changed with these teams. When the head coach and the higher ups change, the mentality of these teams change. And that's why Kansas City walks on the field. They don't care if they're down 17-0 in the fourth quarter. They expect to win that game. Yeah. So you got players that play 100% of the time at 100% speed and effort because they know that at any given moment the game is within reach because we believe in our team. I don't see that in doubt. I don't see that in Dallas. You got players just checking out in the second, third half. Like Dak Prescott throws an interception in the first quarter, and the whole team is like the fan base. Oh, here we go.
Yeah. Everyone just gives up after that point.
And I think Fifth Quarter said this a couple of streams ago on his channel that you have to aim at retooling your entire roster every 4 years, like clockwork, to stay relevant. And I was telling Fifth earlier, we've been in a 30-year soft rebuild. I cannot think where they literally said tear it to the ground and rebuild it from scratch.
Yeah.
They did. They got lucky with Romo. And so he went from Parcells to Wade.
Yeah.
And then from Wade to Garrett. And they never, in that period of time, what's that, about 15 years between all of them?
Yeah.
Maybe even a little bit more. Not one time did they say we need to focus on rebuilding it because you had the on-year, off-year, on-year, off-year. And you got lucky sometimes when Romo went down and you got high draft picks. And that allowed them to get Zeke and players like that. But the team as currently constructed, you got to take it all the way down to the foundation.
Yeah.
And it's going to take somebody patting Jerry on the back and say, hey, Dad, you did a great job. You got 3 championships. We got it from here.
Right.
And then starting it over from scratch and getting rid of this, knocking on Jerry's door and, You know what I mean? I actually think the players got access to his house. They could probably come over and ask, "Hey, Jerry, can we sit down for dinner and have a conversation about my playing time?"
Honestly, that's so true, though, man. I mean, fuck.
Wow.
Hey, I
Yeah.
guarantee you, in Detroit, Dan Campbell is the final voice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
You know, it's. You go ahead. Sorry.
No, I was just agreeing. I was just agreeing with you. Yeah,
The problem is, and Uncensored hit it dead on the head. And we always talked about it Uncensored. And my point about the other day retooling was off of your original point when you said, get 4 years from now, get you some more running backs.
Run the answer to the ground.
Like you said in your voice, it's okay.
Yeah.
It's
I haven't done it on this channel, so let me do it for all 82.
Let them know.
It's okay. They will find somebody else.
That's right.
This
okay.
league is not built on one person.
Nah.
Tom Brady retired. Guess what? They found the new face of the NFL.
Mhm.
Patrick Mahomes will retire in 6, 7, whatever years. They will find somebody else. Your coach, your quarterback, your center, your wide receiver. They will find somebody else.
See, the problem is why our house is so pathetic, because even when we remodel, we'll put one new couch in here, but we look at that old couch like Jason. We're like, no, I want to keep that one. I don't want to let that one go.
Yeah, I mean,
see, we'll take certain pieces and replace them, but we'll leave that old. We'll replace the microwave, but we'll leave that old stove in there, like Jason Witten or somebody.
Right.
When we need to replace both of them, that's the problem.
Yeah,
we'll replace that left guard, but we're gonna keep Tyrone way past his prime. I'll take the dress out, but I'm keeping great grandma old bed, the big old heavy bed. I'm keeping this one now. I ain't getting rid of this bed.
Worse than that, Finn.
Mattress so tall, you got to jump up on it. We don't want to get rid of that, but we'll replace the dresser. That's the problem. Like, we'll move certain pieces, but we keep old pieces because we feel like they got a sentimental value. And that's why you walk in the house, it's like, man, y'all got a flat screen, but y'all got the old hard furniture. Why the plastic still on it?
Exactly.
And then, y'all got the nice hardwood floor, but y'all still got the little clear thing on the bottom with the sticky spikes on the bottom of it. Why y'all still got that in here? You know, when you walk in the house, you trip over that little clear mat. They didn't know what I'm talking about. They didn't know what I'm talking about, man.
Yeah, man.
Hey, it's even worse than that. It's worse than that. It is when you build a house and you don't level it first. Sometimes it will settle. The left side of the house will sink and the right side of the house will sink. And you get a split right down the middle of your house. And what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to redo the foundation and level and let it settle before you build your house. Otherwise, it splits in two different directions. You get a crack down it. And see, what they did was they saw the crack in it, and all they did was put some spackle and paint on it. And every couple of years, when the house sinks a couple more inches, the crack comes back, and they just put a little bit more spackle and paint on it.
Well, see, I remember because this house we're in, it's just 5 years old. So I remember when you buy, like, I'm glad you brought that up, because when you buy a house, you become real self-sufficient because you ain't got no extra money to be hiring nobody to fix shit. So I right outside my garage, there's a brick on the side, and I saw a long crack going down that brick. Man, I went to Home Depot and got a caulking gun and got this caulking cement and stick that shit myself, man. That's what Jerry Jones is doing. You
gotta do that. You gotta do that before the water seeps in and starts to mold and rot inside your house.
I fixed that shit myself. I said,
that's Jerry's problem, though. That's Jerry's problem. Jerry's the owner and the GM. He built the house and he tried to fix it too. When that's not what he do. You built the house, okay, that's cool. You built the house good over 30-some years ago. But you're not a contractor. You don't do that. You hire people for that. You hire a GM.
That's it.
You don't fix the house too. You ain't good at that. That's why you keep getting them cracks. That's why the foundation keep doing that. Because you think you built the house, you built a good house. The Dallas Cowboys, forever legendary. Years and years from now, generation, it'll be talked about, bro.
We talk about,
That's why he on this run now. That's why he not letting nobody help him pick a coach now. That's why he doing it by himself. Because he still think this 30 years ago. He thinking about the Herschel Walker, the deal. He thinking about all these big moves he pulled.
Yeah.
But now he can do it on a budget.
Well, he used to brag about how he used to, I was responsible for that Herschel Walker trade. That was
I'm
like, no, it was Jimmy. I mean, come on now.
No, Like the stuff.
I think he wants to win his way.
His way.
I think that's the problem. In his method, like I've been saying a million times on my live stream, his method has not worked in all these years.
Yeah.
And us four, if our method, I think in our mind frames, if our method doesn't work, guess what we're gonna do? We're gonna move on. We're gonna try something
change
else.
it. It's not.
We're gonna get somebody either try our best to change it, and if and when we change it, we're gonna okay, we're gonna stick with it for a little bit. Then if it still don't work, okay, let me get somebody else.
Yeah.
That knows what they're doing. If you really love what your business and what you do, you would do you would get all the training, all the shit. If you want to run it yourself, you would get all the training, all of everything you need to make that business successful. And I know Uncensored can relate to this because he's got 1,000 businesses over there. So
absolutely. Hey, you want those a story?
And also changes. And sometimes you got to make changes. You got to add, instead of when you buy the Snickers, instead of peanuts in there, you got to put some goddamn pecans in there. Make some changes a little bit, man. It's just like, dude, come on, man. We get who you are. You're gonna get your credit regardless. You gotta see what's going on. You gotta stop thinking about the revenue. You gotta stop thinking about the money. You gonna make the money. You already make the money anyway.
He's a billionaire anyway.
Just let it happen, man. Let it happen naturally. Let somebody in here that knows exactly what they're doing and to take over this team. And you just sit up in the box and look rich and sign the checks. That's all you need to do. That's all we ask you.
Jerry got a fear of succeeding when he would change, because if he changes out and gets a GM and they win a Super Bowl, you know what everybody's gonna say? We've been telling you this for years.
Yeah.
That's his fear. His fear is having success with change. If he changes out, if he steps back and says, "All right, I can't do this no more. I'm gonna hire a GM." 3 to 4 years down the road, the Cowboys win a championship or constantly in the NFC championship game.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody, the whole talk is going to be, "This is what we've been telling you for 30 years, Jerry."
Yeah.
And he know that. He's not going to get the credit. "Hey, Jerry, good job hiring the GM to get you over there." They're going to be like, you could have won more if you would have did this 20 years ago.
Right.
Right.
Exactly.
I mean, y'all saw how he take any type of criticism or questioning that he don't agree with over this past year, threatening people jobs.
Yeah, exactly.
And for people that's outside of the Dallas, well, I know you there, but in that Dallas area, Jerry got a lot of cachet in that city.
Yeah.
Jerry got access to mayors, city councilmen, all type of stuff. He can probably sit down with a phone call and get you a permit to get a building built.
Honestly,
if you hung up on something in Dallas and Jerry Jones can make the phone call, I bet you go to the top of the list.
Yeah.
And that's part of the reason why he don't want to step back. It's hard to step back when you got that much power and cachet and your name means so much in the city. Stepping down is giving up power.
Well, that's the wrong approach to.
Yeah, it's
a horrible approach. Fans that have been waiting almost 30 years. To win. I don't. What you're saying is 100% true, and I agree with it. And that's we all know that's the problem. There's no mystery behind that. But you got to think about how long we've been waiting to win a Super Bowl. We're still, to this day, we're still talking about Jimmy Johnson. We're still talking about Michael Irvin, the triplets, Emmitt Smith, Troy Aikman, Dion, that Great Wall of Dallas. We're still on that. We're still, because those were some magical times for us. And I believe that he used that to bait Dallas Cowboy fans back, because back in the day, they had a press conference on Channel 8 with Dale Hansen. You can look it up. They were talking to the old school Cowboy fans when Tom Landry was still there. And he was asking them questions about how they felt, because we were losing. Tom Landry's method was passing him by. His game plan was aging, and we didn't have the personnel either. And he was getting old. He was getting kind of senile. Everybody could see it. Everybody could feel it. We were struggling, And the fans was ready for him. They were sad to see him go because the history and what he brought, the 2 Super Bowls. And hell, we made it to Super Bowls. We just didn't win them. You know, we were battling with, the Pittsburgh, the Steel Curtain back then, and the Broncos and teams like that. But I think fans were ready to move on. But the way Jerry did it was kind of like, whoa, but we've been waiting so long for this, and we're ready for this. And it's time. It's been time. And if you can muster up the energy to put into the sales part of it, the business part of it, there's no reason why. There's no excuse, and there's no reason why you can't muster up the energy to get the right coaches in here, the right talent. I think he wants to do, and I get so tired of saying this. He wants to do just enough. He don't want to be too high. He don't want to be too low. It's just enough to kind of keep us in suspense. The Dallas Temptations. Yeah. It's what everybody wants, but they can't get. They can't have. Yeah. It's the Dallas Temptations. Mm-hmm. He loved the suspense of it. That's how he probably makes most of his money, just off of being just barely making it to the playoffs every year. Just giving us a little hope, thinking that we're going to do something, Mm-hmm. I don't know what it is about winning that they're so against, because can't nobody be this stupid. It has to be done on purpose. I'm just going to give them the benefit of the doubt and say all these years have been done on. Now, there's seasons where we probably could have won. Like fifth quarter was talking about before you guys jumped in. We were talking about the 2014, 15, 16. That window, hell, maybe even 17, 18, when we were making when Zeke was still kind of and Dak was still kind of, and we had some pieces. We still had some of those cards in the deck from those teams before, that Romo team that they had built. That was their window. 16 especially. 14 and 16 was our window of opportunity to get over that hump. But players start aging. So when that started happening, boom, you start over. You start over. You don't wait. You don't turn this into a family business. I know you cool with so and so, but you gotta let him go. And that's the problem. They get so cool with people and treat it like a family. Oh man, I just can't fire him. I just say, man, we gotta move on, dog. The NFL is a young man's game. Yeah. You gotta bring fresh talent in here. That everybody's replaceable. Everybody's replaceable. And there's somebody, oh man, we get rid of Dak. What we go? There's somebody out there, man.
Yeah. They will find somebody else.
This is the time to do it right now. But we can't, because that's some son of a gun that sat up there and gave them their contract too early. We can't do it unless they sacrifice and would be willing to take a hit, a year or two. I don't know. Y'all were talking about that earlier, but I'm not a genius. That's Corner's domain right there. I'm not a genius on the cap and all that stuff and the penalty and all that shit. But I'm sure if we cut it, we're gonna take a big ass hit. Yeah. They're just so afraid to do what we've been wanting, because I think that's what it is. I think he knows that we know better than him. Mm-hmm. And he's like, I'm the owner, I'm the billionaire. I know. What do you know? Just because you rich don't make you smart. You might be evil smart, because money is the root to all evil. But as far as knowing the game and knowing what it takes to win, you don't know what you're doing, man. After all these years, ain't nothing rubbed off on him. Nothing rubbed off on him to let me know that he knows what he's doing. Yeah. No, you can be around people and learn how to do shit. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You can go start a job somewhere, and eventually you're going to learn how to do that job and be like, okay, cool. This is how so-and-so do it. Let me try that. No, not Jerry. He going to continue to be the same a-hole. The same. Well, no, this is just too stubborn, man. Stubborn as a mule. That's just what. That's how I feel about it. It's crazy.
Yeah. No, I mean, like he does. Like it seems like he does shit just to troll us as fans. Like the mere fact that he brought Kellen Moore in for an interview. We got rid of this dude, and then you're bringing him in for an interview.
Yeah. 1 year later.
1 year later.
Exactly. Let's talk about that. Let's go ahead and flip it over to Kellen Moore. You go ahead and start, Eshan. My bad.
No, it's all good, man. But like, man, see, son of a bitch. I would despise if this guy becomes our coach, but I'm just going to be honest. In Jerry Jones's own way, I can see him bringing back Kellen Moore. It would drive me crazy. It would cement us as losers, frankly, for like the next however long he would be here. But like the mere fact you're bringing this dude in for an interview, you know, and Uncensored said it when we were live earlier, man. It was like, as a head coach, you're responsible for both offense and defense, not just one side of the football. And like, let's be honest, he's getting credit for the whole Philadelphia Eagles thing, but I hate the Eagles, but we all hate the Eagles. But look at the talent they have on that team. We don't even have that kind of talent. We're like so far behind even them. So I don't know, man. It's just the mere fact that they brought him in for an interview, and Fifth said it earlier that he did not let McCarthy coach, like implement his play calls because Dak is comfortable with that Garrett, sort of a style. And so that's stupid to me, man. It's like, he's comfortable with the Kellen Moore play calls, which is the reason that we're seeing those damn comeback routes, the fucking curls and all that shit. And it's so I don't know, man. To be honest, I can see Kellen Moore being the coach, and I would get really upset about it, but I could see it happening. Man. But if he were to bring him in, that just proves all of our points that he doesn't care to win. He would Kellen Moore would not bring any discipline here. Are you kidding? Like the players would be pushing him around, not the other. No one would respect this dude. Not a single player would respect this guy. So good Lord.
Fifth, how you feel about that, man?
It's so stupid, man. I don't know.
I think I don't think Kellen. I think he just did the interview out of respect for being around Jerry so long. I don't think he'll come back because I think Kellen Moore wants to run a certain style of offense that he probably can't do with a limited quarterback like Dak Prescott. He also interviewed with the Jaguars and the Saints. I can see him taking the Jaguars and deal with that young quarterback in Trevor Lawrence. Jaguars I think they're picking at number 10 this year. I can see Kellen Moore going there and rebuilding his own team because when you're head coach of the Dallas Cowboys, it's not your team.
Yeah.
You don't call any shots. Big egos, Michael Parsons, Dak Prescott, CeeDee Lamb. He no disrespect to him as a man, but I don't think he's built for those egos.
I don't think so either.
I don't think he's built for that. I don't see him taking that head coaching job in Dallas. The pressure. When you hear however many 20-plus year veteran and Mike McCarthy say it frustrates him when he can't get the younger guys involved.
Yeah.
That, in Deuce Vaughn because Zeke went to Jerry complaining. So Deuce and a Super Bowl winning coach can't call the shots.
Right.
He can't decide which running back he want to play.
Right.
What you think Kellen Moore gonna do?
No, for sure. I agree with you there.
Jerry just need the position field. We know what the plays are gonna be. They said Dak function best when the players are looking at him right there in his face. That's why we got the comeback routes. That's why he's not good at throwing in motion when the receivers are in motion. Mm-hmm. Has he completed a lot of passes in motion? Yes. But it's rarely off that Dak throws the receiver forward. It's rarely off it rarely happens that unless you're CeeDee Lamb who creates yak. CeeDee Lamb gonna create it. He gonna figure out a way to get away. But that's why you see comebacks. That's why you see the wide receiver screens, curl routes. Because Dak, long as he's standing face to face, he's more confident with throwing you the ball. That's not a winning type of quarterback. That's not a winning type of offense. You won't get nowhere. And I think Kellen Moore just did it out of respect for Jerry and the organization. But honestly, I don't see him going to New Orleans. I can definitely see him going to Jacksonville Jaguars. I think he just did it out of respect. I don't think he's coming to Dallas. I don't think he want to come to Dallas. Jerry just need the position field. It's just that simple. Jerry's not looking for a winning coach. Jerry just needs the position field. The decisions are his.
Wow.
He's not looking for a coach that's going to come there and win. He just needs the position field, brother. That's why he paid Dak. He just needs to lock in a quarterback. Jerry know what Dak is. That's why he said, when they asked him, how was like now he losing with Cooper Rush. That's why he said we were losing with Dak. Jerry said that out his own mouth.
Yeah. No, I remember that.
Yeah, we were losing with Dak.
Yeah.
So listen, the first time he paid him, he said I overpaid you. He don't respect nobody. Your $231 million quarterback, who you just paid, locked in for however long, said I want to keep McCarthy here. I like McCarthy. Jerry said, so what?
Yeah.
I don't know about y'all, but if my lead mechanics say we need to keep this power tool because it get the job done faster, I'm keeping the power tool.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Why would I this guy that I just dedicated the next 4 years to and almost $300 million say he want to keep this coach? Why would I let him walk? See, the Cowboys think people for the kowtow to them. They think their star means automatically just accept what we give you. They were shocked when McCarthy didn't resign. They had no plan. That's why Jerry mad and on the coach search by himself.
Mm-hmm. He thinks it's incredible.
Eli or something.
Mm-hmm.
Doing it all alone. That's why he mad. But it's I don't think Kellen coming here. I don't think he want to come here, bro. No. I would. You ain't got no say so.
Yeah, right. That's true.
No, real quick before Uncensored or you go nuts in it, and I agree with you, Fifth, that I don't think Kellen would want to come here, and so I don't have any disagreement on that. But let's be honest, you can 100% see Jerry Jones bringing in Kellen Moore, man, because
but he has to agree, and not just him bringing him in.
Right? No,
I'm saying I don't think Kellen would agree.
Yeah,
you can bet your tail Jacksonville will offer him way more money than Jerry will offer him.
Yeah. Right,
because they can afford to. They're not paying a quarterback $231 million, and they're not paying another running back. Another wide receiver. What the Cowboys are paying CeeDee Lamb and about to pay Michael Parsons. I think that they have way more money to offer him, and Kellen has a family, and I think he's going to take the money.
Yeah, I agree with you there. Yeah, I agree with you
there. You want to comment on that, or you want to comment on this comment right here?
That's why I was laughing, because that's so stupid.
I'll try to wrap up a couple of things in the Kellen
Oh
Moore
my
point
God.
of view.
Okay. Go ahead.
So Kellen Moore is our offensive coordinator in 2022. Right? The census around Dallas is he can't get it done. So Mike McCarthy says, get his ass out of here. I'll call the plays. 2023 starts. Kellen Moore is in LA with the Chargers. That team is so bad, the entire coaching staff gets fired.
Yep.
Kellen Moore then goes to Philly with a ready-made team where all he got to do is hand the ball off to Saquon. Nothing fancy.
Right.
Saquon's that guy. And all of a sudden now, he go from, you don't want him in 2022. His offense is so bad that the whole coaching staff gets fired in 2023. And then 1 year success in 2024, all of a sudden he's a head coach candidate.
Right.
This Snapchat instant Twitter type reaction that people get to these players and coaches,
it's crazy.
It's ridiculous. You got players and coaches getting millions and millions of dollars, record-breaking contracts off of 1 year of success.
Yeah.
And it happened with players, it happened with coaches, and Kellen Moore, he might end up being a good head coach. But people got to understand, calling an offense and calling a defense is not what head coaches are supposed to do.
Right.
You're supposed to get the right office, the right coordinators in and oversee team operation. There's a reason why the Cowboys suffer so bad on offense. It's because Mike McCarthy, you have to oversee all the football operations. And then you got Brian Schottenheimer or Shanahan, or whatever the hell his name is, whatever.
Schottenheimer.
Schottenheimer.
Yeah, Schottenheimer.
You got him trying to institute your offense game plan that you came up with. Instead of letting Brian be the OC and call the plays.
Yeah.
They love giving people titles in name only. It is so weird. If Mike McCarthy's calling plays, Mike McCarthy's calling plays, he's overseeing the offense. What are you paying an OC for? What is his job?
Exactly.
Man.
And what makes you think that Kellen Moore, in the 5 years he's been an OC, that he knows how to run a football organization?
Yeah.
Exactly. There's nothing. Yeah.
He was around the dysfunctional Cowboys for 3 years or 4 years. He went
Yeah.
1 year around the dysfunctional Chargers,
Yeah.
and then he spent half a season or three quarters of a season with Philly, and all of a sudden everybody's like head coach.
Right. It's so stupid.
People have to step back. There's a reason why the OC that was in KC didn't get a head coaching job and then ended up in college.
Yeah.
And I don't
Right.
think Jerry Jones, I was telling Fifth this earlier on his stream, that Jerry Jones has never actually done a head coaching search. Every coach since he came into the league has been handpicked. Going into the offseason, he knew what coach he wanted. He did that when he bought the team. He knew coming in, there wasn't a search. He knew he wanted Jimmy.
Yeah.
Jimmy goes, he know who he want. Then he know who he want. Then he handpicked Bill Parcells.
Yeah.
And then handpicked Wade Phillips. And then already told Wade Phillips that he had to hire his future replacement in Jason Garrett of OC.
Yeah.
And then handpicked Jason Garrett. And then went handpicked Mike McCarthy. So I have zero faith that he even has the knowledge or the understanding or the capability to go out and actually ask the right questions and get a coach in here.
Agreed.
Because he's looking for a puppet. And the way he acted this last year, there's no way he's going to actually sit down and get somebody that's going to push back against him.
No way. There's no way.
There's no way.
Yeah, he was acting a damn fool this season.
And I don't like the whole Rex Ryan and all of them.
Yeah.
Anybody that wants a job that bad, like Rex Ryan has been cheerleading for a job with the Cowboys for over 2 years.
Yeah.
That person is not going to hold any type of sway back against Jerry on any decision because he's just happy he got the job. He's been trying to get this job forever.
Mm-hmm.
He's a yes man in the making.
Yeah. Agreed.
Dak Prescott 2025 MVP.
All right, who wants? I just put that comment back up. Who wants to comment? Who wants to rebuttal?
Dak Prescott.
See, son of a bitch, man.
So I'll take it.
Please, somebody besides me.
Every now and again, you have this one kid that just can't get right. Right? No matter how hard you try, you raise them the exact same way. They get the same privileges, the same discipline.
Mm-hmm.
And then you go, they just do dumb shit.
Oh my gosh.
The Bears TV can't get right now.
Oh my god.
Don't blame 80 for that. I said it. This is that I can't get right. I was at a barbershop earlier today. I was telling Fifth. I had a guy telling me the Cowboys gonna win 10 games next year.
Man.
10 games.
Wow.
I told him, I said, you calling games, you don't even know if you got a head coach.
Coach. You don't even know what
because everybody's assuming that everybody that sit down and talk to Jerry wants the job. And like Fish said, I don't even know. Kelly might have just said, "Hey man, this is a courtesy interview for you."
100%.
Oh yeah, sure. Good.
But we might get 3 weeks into this and still don't have a head coach. And at that point, I guarantee you somebody's turned down the job. You get 3 weeks into a coaching search in the NFL, somebody turned down the job.
It don't matter what Dak Prescott.
Yeah.
And then and that's another thing too, is that you got a guy coming in that is salary cap strapped, coming in with a quarterback he might not believe in. Mm-hmm. That's what happened in Denver.
Yeah.
They brought the coach in. He didn't believe in Russell. They had to get rid of him.
He don't believe in Dak. He don't need to be here.
Mm-hmm.
Believe in my quarterback, man.
No.
Believe in my quarterback. Believe in 4, man. You don't believe in 4, you need to stay on out of here, man. We headed for a Super Bowl. We don't need no negativity. You don't believe in our quarterback, bro? Don't come over here, man.
God.
The only way I am signing a contract with the Cowboys, it's got to be 6+ years. You got to get me past Dak Prescott contract
Yeah.
and a couple more years to try to build my own team.
Oh my God. Oh my God. You're gonna ride the wave of my quarterback and get a big contract off my quarterback.
Oh, look at this.
Your quarterback and got three coaches fired.
Hey, watch your mouth, man. That's inaccurate, man.
That's a coach killer right there.
That's inaccurate. That ain't happened. That did not happen.
That's a coach killer.
They got fired because they didn't know how to coach him.
Oh my God.
But in all seriousness, if they bring in a head coach and Jerry Jones makes them keep certain staff members, then you got another puppet on your hand.
Why you want CeeDee Lamb to leave, man?
I hope CD.
Why you want CeeDee to leave?
I like CD, man, but Micah can get up out of here.
No, why you want CeeDee to leave, man? Not CeeDee, man.
You tripping.
80, you went on my show last night. I asked a question last night, 80. I said, right now, for a straight up trade, no strings attached, just shake hands on the way out the door. He shake hands on the way in. Would you trade Michael Parsons for Fred Warner?
That's not who you said. You said
no,
Diggs.
My bad. Would you trade Trayvon Diggs for Fred Warner right now?
And we all said yes.
Except uncensored.
No, I said absolutely. That's what absolutely. I said.
Who said no? It was Corner.
It was Corner
who said no.
I have to go back.
No, Corner said yeah. It was Corner said yeah.
I think everybody said
it was Savage. Savage said no.
God dog it.
They're not going to win in Dallas. Okay, bro, but you're gonna say that about the next person too.
Right.
Like
we gotta keep somebody and try, man.
Yeah.
So wait. So you just with those players? You're not with the team? So you want them to go somewhere else and win?
Right.
It's not like if we get rid of CD, like we're suddenly gonna win a super championship.
So you want I don't.
You got top 3 wide receiver in CD.
Your response is if you just you care about their success and want them to go somewhere else and win instead of winning here.
Mm-hmm.
That's a Dacaroni mentality.
I want them to at least try here. I don't want to see CD hold up a Lombardi somewhere else.
Else.
I don't want to see that.
Just like we've seen before with other players.
Yeah.
I don't want to. I want to see them try here. CeeDee Lamb is top 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, he still got.
When CeeDee Lamb contract is up, I want him to go to the Chiefs. Man, who is these people, man?
To the Chiefs.
Why would you say that?
Yo, really?
The Chiefs will not be the Chiefs by the time CD's contract is up.
Trade all the good players until Jerry Antichrist leaves. That makes no sense.
It doesn't make sense, man.
Oh, here we go.
Here we go.
See, this Phil Court over here, man. Look, I'm gonna tell you.
I'm not coming. They're gonna know how they do me. I'm not doing. I'm gonna let y'all do it.
You gotta throw the disclaimer out there. The words of my panel are not my opinion.
Trade all the hey, bro.
These opinions are not my own.
That makes no sense.
It doesn't make sense, man.
What's the truth? Tell me the truth. That makes no sense. So because we're not winning the Super Bowl, you want all the good players gone. How about the bad players gone?
That doesn't make any sense at all.
How about the players that don't contribute to our winning? CeeDee Lamb broke records, man. That's a plus we need. What's the chance you get another receiver like Lamb, even if Jerry gone? What's the chances of that?
That was a steal right there. And they just got to use him right.
They got lucky.
They got lucky for Lamb. We got lucky for Lamb.
Yeah, exactly. We weren't even projected to get him, I think, that year.
No, he fell like 7 spots.
Yeah. Everybody that leave don't listen. Everybody that leave that don't win Super Bowls, bro. Everybody leave don't win Super Bowl. How Tyron Smith doing over there in the Jets?
Right.
How he doing? Tell me that. Connor Williams retired.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Well, you got Lyle Collins and Cincy, right?
Yeah, he came back to the Cowboys.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
he
came back.
Yeah, the practice squad. Yeah, he sure did.
I'm cool with Jerry being gone, but you want CD? Like, bro, no way.
Yeah, we want Jerry gone.
CD, you can use generational with CD. Mm-hmm. They use it with Parsons a lot, but CD has really broke records.
Yeah, he did his thing.
CD really broke records.
Yeah,
for real.
The only way I think the Cowboys are going to be relevant and compete in the next 2 years, they got to say F them picks and trade for good players. Just give them
Right.
up.
Get some
Yeah.
And get
talent.
to and get to the point where you know you got the pain at the end of Dak's contract already.
Right.
Yeah.
Just balls to the wall, everything. Trade them all.
Yeah.
First
Yeah,
round picks, everything. Go get
I'm
me veterans that are
Mhm.
hungry and they got about 4 years left. Good
Yeah.
players, and say like the Rams did, and say fuck them picks. Go out
Mhm.
there and get them, and then we
Right.
gonna focus in 3 years. We gonna start drafting strong and rebuild behind a younger quarterback and coaching and all of that stuff. Fuck them picks, man. Go get some stars. You fucked up. I'm about to start ranting. I need to calm down.
Go
Oh boy.
ahead, man.
You fucked up the draft 2 years in a row with your top two picks both times. All bust.
Yeah.
You so fuck them picks and go get somebody else's success.
So
Yeah.
wait.
You screwed yours up. Go get players that
So,
are at
so
the end of their career that other teams are going to cut in a year or two, but you might be able to get and build a roster around us.
hold
Yeah.
up. So you're gonna beat up a 80-year-old billionaire
I tell you what, we done boys. Okay.
because you don't like how he handled his business at his house that he paid for. It ain't that serious, big dog.
Nah, man.
He's in his 80s. He's a billionaire. You're gonna do 30 years in prison,
Yeah.
and you ain't even got to kill him just because who he is. You'll never see the light of day again.
Yeah.
I don't even know why you would put some shit like that out there, man.
Right?
Yeah,
That
yeah,
is.
why would you put that out there?
Oh, come on, man.
We need to hire a coach that use.
Like,
We've been saying that for years.
It's a
man.
sports channel, but we still adults, man. Act accordingly.
Yeah, act accordingly, man. Come
Add
on,
me on
man.
here. Hey, this a jungle, Terrence. You don't want to come over here.
Like,
No.
let's be real, man. Like,
in the right way.
Well, I guess that's a soft question right there. That's a question I can answer. 1980 can answer. All the other stuff I'll let y'all handle that.
but still be careful, man. People might come to your house for this one.
What is the right way with Parsons? We don't know. Right now, all they do is use him as a pass rusher.
As a defense end, yeah.
I've said before, hey, move him back to linebacker, try him at linebacker. I guess they tried that when we first drafted him. I guess they didn't like some qualities, so they moved him. They rather speed on the outside. I get that, but consistent pressure on his body. He's not designed for a defensive end, I don't think. So his body is going to take more wear and tear faster than a guy that's 270, 280 that's supposed to be on that defensive end that I would rather see. I've seen bigger defensive ends play that position successfully. I've seen the Charles Haleys. I've seen the Tony Tolberts. I've seen real ends actually play that position and have the body, the built that were built for it. They were not a Honda Civic trying to go in the tough terrain, like I've used the analogy. I've never seen Michael Parsons cover because sometimes when you play outside linebacker, your assignments are going back in zone coverage.
They did it a little bit in his first 2 seasons, but not
too much man. But unless it's a tight end, unless you're covering a tight end up the seam, but it's mostly zone coverages. I don't know if Parsons can consistently play defensive end or if he can consistently play outside linebacker because unless they move switch to a 3-4 defense, that's probably the only way. And in order to have a 3-4 defense, you got to have one hell of a defensive tackle, hell of a that can take on double teams and things like that. So they've kind of tainted Michael Parsons' position or what he should be playing. That's how I feel. I may be wrong. What do you guys think?
I agree. But I mean, we've been saying for like how long? Hey, put him at linebacker. Move him around, so on and so forth. And they didn't do it. But like from what I understand, Zimmer wanted to move him to a linebacker last year, and Micah himself said, "Oh, I'm going to be a defensive end." So for me, just me personally, I really I understand, the argument that hey, he gets tired because he's a 240-pound guy going up against 330-pound people. So I completely get that. I completely agree with that. But when you know that you're wearing down in the latter half of the season, and your coach is saying, hey, play linebacker because, you can use your skill sets, so on and so forth way, and you're choosing to be a defensive end, it's hard for me to have sympathy for you. Like that's just kind of the way that I see it. But I'll be happily wrong about this one, but I'm more curious to know what you would think about that. Is that more on Micah? Would you put that on, or like as a coach when it comes to Zimmer, would you be in a position where you could say, "Fuck what you want, you're going to play linebacker here"? Like, what would you think about that? Because I'm curious.
Well, as a coach, as my approach as a defensive coordinator, obviously Zimmer wasn't here when he drafted him.
Mm-hmm.
So he's kind of going off the coattails of Dan Quinn.
Yeah.
This is all coattails. Everything we see is coattails off of Dan Quinn because a lot of these are Dan Quinn guys. Some of these guys are Dan Quinn guys still.
Yeah.
So I would try him out at linebacker just to see. To see. It's my responsibility as a defensive coordinator to find my strength, find the strengths in the players to see where they really need to be, where they actually should be. That's my responsibility, and not to just go along with what somebody else. I honestly thought when we hired Zimmer, Mike Zimmer, that he was going to change everything with the defense. I was like, okay, there's going to be Dan Quinn is gone. The hybrid, we didn't even know who played linebacker because everybody was the same fucking size in the linebacker. I didn't know who the hell played linebacker. I was like, who's this?
That's a fact. That's true.
I just didn't fucking know. So
we had some small ass safeties playing linebacker.
It was good to have the extra speed out there, the extra coverage, but we couldn't stop the run.
Yeah,
we couldn't stop the run at all. Yeah, they were nickel and diming us up the field with just the run alone.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's good, like I say, it's good to have the speed out there, but we didn't have there's no identity. We weren't the Legion of Boom. He was trying to make this a Legion of Boom, and we just didn't have those type of dogs.
Exactly.
So I thought when Zimmer came, I thought that okay, we're gonna get a fresh start, 4-3 defense. We're gonna get the right guys in here. They're gonna move Michael Parsons, the linebacker, test him out, test out his coverage. The zone, seeing the flats, coverage skills, and everything. We're gonna get a real defense in here. We're gonna get real linebackers. Cool. It was the same thing, pretty much.
Yeah.
Same thing. It didn't change.
Yeah,
it didn't change at all. And I was like, and then we got my boy. What's our boy that got hurt?
Overshown.
I was like, okay, we got Overshown. This guy's a talented guy.
Yeah.
I mean, this guy, he's a dog for real.
I feel so bad for him, to be honest.
He was sideline to sideline. Wherever the ball was, he was. Yeah. And I was like, okay, we can work with that. Now Parsons got some help. Okay. So now I'm like, linebacker? I thought they was going to put him. Okay. Well, we'll see. Linebacker. Okay. He's undersized, very undersized for a linebacker, but okay. Darren Woodson kind of played that. I mean, they kept him at strong safety, but I thought they could have used him like Darren Woodson. Darren Woodson, they didn't move him to linebacker. They kept him at strong safety. He was just in the box a lot.
Yeah.
You know, tough enough to play in the box. That's what I thought they were going to use Overshown. Nope. They kept him at linebacker. His body, he was at Honda Civic. As talented as he was, your body tells the design of your body gives you away. Yeah. And he was doing way too much. Every time me and Fifth was watching that dude, he was around the ball. Mm-hmm. He was selling himself out. He was selling his body out, and it broke down on him. So that's what I'm saying. The Dallas Cowboys need to figure out how to use. They need to get the right coaching, the right coaches, the mentors, whatever, on how to use and apply these players on the field. You got to stop putting CeeDee Lamb. The comment earlier, CeeDee Lamb is a talented wide receiver.
Yeah.
If they keep him at wide receiver, stop lining this dude up at running back.
In the backfield, right.
Running back. You don't get him. That's why he couldn't stay healthy, because they got him at running back.
It's the stupidest thing in the world.
I get motion him, disguise him as a running back, put him in motion.
He's not built to be back there.
Don't hand the ball off to him. That's what you got running backs for, man. Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, Walter Payton, they were designed to get the rock, to get the peel.
Exactly.
Their bodies was designed for that. Not CeeDee Lamb, man. You're gonna hurt these dudes, man. And
Yeah.
Michael Parsons is probably next.
Honestly, yeah.
But
Yeah,
that's
Plus,
just
you already got a bad training staff. I mean, these players get the worst injuries,
Oh my God.
and they come back partially still hurt. It takes them forever to recover. You got players coming back off ACLs, take them 2 or 3 years to even try to get back to form.
Yeah. I mean, it was hamstrings with Garrett. Now it's ACLs, now. So this training staff, man, is fucking horrible, guys. It's awful, man.
if you sit, I mean when I recently hurt my calf, it's just not starting to really get back 100%.
Mhm.
I know I read it took 2 weeks. It takes 2 weeks for a calf strain to fully heal, and it's
Mhm.
taking every bit of those 2 weeks, especially at my age.
Yeah.
When you sit, what these players, I know Uncensored touched on this some time ago. What these players do in the off season, how they taking care of themselves.
Mhm.
If you just sit, if you let that car sit in the garage and you don't go out there and start it or do nothing, it's gone
Yeah.
through the summer, the spring, the fall, the winter, and
Yeah.
you just letting it sit out there. Oh, it's a new car, it'll be all right. It's fairly new, and you don't do nothing. You just let it sit out there, and you finally start it up. Something's gonna fuck up on that car.
Right.
You got to go out there and get those gauges and stuff pumping, and those you know what I mean, those gears flowing, and
Yeah.
the lubricant, all that stuff, man, the oil and all that stuff pumping in there before you just take off and drive, and you gonna mess something up. And a lot of these players, man, they just go. They don't.
Yeah, they don't warm up. Yeah.
It's like they don't take care of themselves. And then the training staff, I'm like, they're just very poor, and it's just too many important positions getting hurt. Important positions,
right?
And back in the day, we didn't have this problem. Players got hurt.
Right.
But I
But it
never forget
wasn't
the
just
game.
any-
I never forget the game Emmett with the Giants game in the Meadowlands. That turf, that AstroTurf, that was when it was cold and wet. It felt like cement. I remember playing on that shit. It was like playing in the street. And Emmett, boom, broke one. And they caught him. He wasn't that fast, so they caught up to him, and he bam landed on his shoulder and dislocated it. And
Yeah.
man, they was gonna put him out. They was like, man, Emmett said, I want to get back in there. And they contracted some shoulder pad. They cut it or something like that and twisted it around and the way so they put more protection on it. He got back in there, man. And he was like, no pain. I remember that game. I was like, damn. And they don't build they don't build men like that anymore. It seemed like it. It's just, they go champ background. Okay.
Got him.
Champs, what's up?
Did he catch that? Oh my God.
You caught that?
Yeah, he caught it.
What's up, guys? How y'all doing?
What's up, champs? Cowboy
What's
champs
up,
in the house. I appreciate you joining us, man.
Oh,
It's just a
that's
freestyle,
beautiful
man. We
catch.
just running our mouths about the Cowboys and
What's up, man?
how we feel about how other teams are successful and not us. Why are they rebuilding? Why are they sacrificing? etc. Why the Dallas Cowboys can't rebuild and sacrifice from scratch?
Because-
Prescott.
Oh God! You know why? Number one, Jerry always overpaid the stars. Even when they start declining, they overpay and they always get in a salary cap trash. And then we don't have a general manager. If we had the right general manager, they be turning over this roster every 4 years. Will McClay, you remember when he told the roster that my job is to replace y'all?
Yeah.
Well, he ain't doing it.
Yeah.
If he doing it, he doing it with trashy players.
With fucking Jonathan Mingo, as if that means anything.
They need
Well,
to
that's
check
the-
Laporta's gloves. Jesus.
Yeah.
Say, what's the score right now?
14-10.
14, man.
Whoa, that was fast.
Yeah, but the Commanders are not playing too bad, man.
No, they not.
No,
That right there was skill. That touchdown right there, that was skill.
Yeah.
That was skill. The guy was there. That was he dived. He put his body on the line. That was skill, man. That's a ball. That's ball awareness. That's good hands and skill, man.
Yeah.
No, those gloves that they use now. Oh my goodness.
Crazy.
That ball stopped instantly touching the hand.
Say,
Right.
I'm gonna jump back on about 20 minutes.
I
All
think
right.
that appreciate
All
it.
right.
I
Yeah,
mean, if
no,
you look at that
that's
ball,
not
it
the
wasn't even a tight spiral. It had a little wobble to it, and as soon as it touched his glove, it just stopped.
It stopped. Right. Exactly.
That's still skill though, because 4 out of 5 players dropping that ball.
That's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It
That's
is,
a
man.
top cat.
There were no
That's
winners.
playoff football. That's playoff football. There are teams that, and that's where we need to. That's where we need to get. There are teams that know how to turn it on.
They reach
in the
another
playoff.
level. Playoff
Oh,
football really mean playoff football to
Yeah.
real to play
There
to
you go.
big time play. You see stuff in the playoff that they don't do. Regular season, he might have dropped that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Regular season, he might have dropped that ball. But that's the difference between
That's
a
the
guy
difference.
like Dan Campbell that know how to get his players ready and letting them know what winning means. He
Yes,
gave
sir.
his body up right there, and he had ball awareness, and he
Yeah.
knew what he needed to do to make that touchdown. Right there in the playoffs, you cannot drop that ball right there
No,
in this
you can't
position,
drop
because that right there could be a losing drop right there.
There
That
you
can
go.
decide the game.
That's
You never know.
playoff football. My bad, AD. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No. You that's you spot on. Shit. Go ahead,
Yeah.
man. Take the shit.
Yeah.
I
love
bet
it.
I bet you he had them focused all week. Remember when the Cowboys kept saying, "Oh, we had a bad week of practice."
Yep.
What the fuck was the reason for the bad week of practice? Why didn't
Right.
What
why
is
didn't the
that?
head coach get that team together and go, "Yo, what the fuck is going on?"
Yeah.
And then you carry that shit over into a week and you lose the game, and then you say, "Well, yeah, we were struggling with practice." Why?
Right. And it was even like as even a couple of years ago when during gas last season, we get like he practiced. We practiced indoors the entire season, and then we're going to play the Bears in Chicago in December, and they make it this point. Oh, we're going to practice outdoors, like it's some revelation or something. And I'm like, man, you should have been done this.
Ah,
I got so mad because they posted it on the Dallas Cowboy Instagram. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? I was like,
This is my question to y'all. And I know the answer to this, but I just want to hear y'all's opinion about it.
yeah.
Why is it so hard for us to score in the red zone? We'll get all the way up the field, but it just gets really. It's like they forget how to call plays or something.
Yeah.
What's
lack of creativity in offensive play design.
Yeah, and we frankly don't have the personnel, but I'd also think it's more so the play calling.
It's
I mean,
play calling.
Empty sets on like a first and goal are stupid to me. Like they'll have empty sets and it's first and goal at the 1 yard line. I'm like, are you stupid? Like what the hell? So it's dumb, man. I'm like, what the fuck is that?
So you can run the same play on the 50-yard line, and the cornerbacks will give you a 5 to 10-yard cushion. You're not getting that in it. You're not getting that in the red zone.
It's a short window.
They're going to be up on you, and these fucking coral routes that they like to run.
Oh my god,
don't work.
I can't stand that.
Somebody. So this shit's again. Amari Cooper said it. Remember, he said they kept pressing and sitting on the coral routes.
There you go.
Mr. Number 4, aka just run the play, told Amari Cooper just run the play, and Amari Cooper said, "Yo, if he press again, I'm gonna go because that's the right route that you're supposed to hot read on press, because the receiver's supposed to beat the press and take off because the guy's now gonna be behind him because he was so focused on stopping him from moving that his feet are now stuck, and now he got to pivot and then catch up."
Yeah.
So the go route is the hot route on press coverage. But Mr. Just run the play, the same shit Dez Bryant was saying that he was. He won't change, he won't adjust.
Right.
And then Amari Cooper house calls it off of doing it on his own.
Yeah.
And see, and Dak would have sat up there and bit the bullet and said, "Yeah, I changed the play because that's what it needed." But no, Amari Cooper had to come out and say, they were pressing on us on these curl routes, and I decided to go.
Yeah, I mean,
and they keep exposing the way this offense and Dak Prescott runs. Dak Prescott is just run the play.
Yeah,
Mike McCarthy's offense is not fancy. You're not going to get a lot of misdirections. You're not going to get a lot of motions. He likes for his quarterback to know where he's going to go with the ball before
Yeah.
the ball is snapped. The problem is Dak Prescott suffers when they show one thing and then when the ball is snapped, they slide into a different coverage.
Yeah.
He cannot read it fast enough.
You read that?
No,
Nah,
yeah, he can't. Yeah,
he
that's
cannot
facts.
read that. It's very bad at read. I think the red zone, you really have to be creative in the red zone unless you have a red zone threat at wide receiver. I
Yeah.
thought Des Bryant and Tony Romo had a really
That
good connection
connection.
in the red zone
Oh yeah.
because Des Bryant was one of those guys. It didn't matter if
Oh,
you was covering that dude, he would jump over you and catch that ball. And
Yeah.
also when we had Jason Witten, Mr. Reliable, when
Yep.
in his prime, he was also good in the red zone. So I think it has a lot to do, like Eshan said earlier, I think it has a lot to do with what you were talking about, uncensored, and having the talent, the personnel to be, because the creativity in the red zone is very important because you're dealing with a shorter window, and the
Yeah.
defense is obviously better in the red zone because they have shorter field to cover. You
Yeah.
get what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
you really have to be creative, and that's where the running game comes in at. That's
Mhm.
where the running game comes in at in the red zone. You got to have a running back offensive line. That's very important in the red zone. That's been our problem, and that's probably what the answer to our question right there is: not having a running game at all, clock management, being able to control an offensive line first. I'm going back even further. The offensive line, they control the clock, they control everything on that field, and if you can't get past that big wall, and there's no way you can stop us. And that's been our
yourself. Yeah.
That's been our issue, man. And that's
Yeah.
why it's hard for us to score in the red zone. It's very important to move those chains, man, to get up the field. It seems like they can do that, okay. But once we get down to the 20-yard line, it gets real sissified, man. Like I'm dead serious. So
Yeah.
that's just how I feel about it, man.
It's because they play a finesse style football.
Mm-hmm.
And when you get down in the 20s, it gets tight.
Yeah.
And things get tough. And they wanna do an end around. That's cute football.
Yeah.
Instead of what you should do is you should motion CD from the outside into the slot and snap the ball while he's already at full speed and let him run a crosser over the middle. They don't do that. They will have him run to the middle and then stop his feet and then snap the ball and then try to run a crosser. Why take that speed off of him?
Right.
Creativity.
Everything is basic with him. It is so simple. The Green Bay Packers came out and said they knew what plays was going to be called when they lined up. They knew what routes they were running.
Yeah. But I mean, we can call them from the couch sitting at home. Like we can literally call the like it was obvious to me whenever they would throw the fucking comebacks, fucking jet sweeps at the fucking 16-yard line. It's so obvious to me just sitting on the couch, and if we can see it, then we already know the defense is going to be like, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's simple play calling. It's stupid play calling. I just cannot for the life of me understand why you would have an empty set on the 2-yard line. That's the dumbest thing in the world to me. I don't get that.
So, man, if you can't line up in I formation and
on
punch
the
it
goal
in
line,
from 2
like,
yards out after 3 tries, you don't deserve the fucking touchdown.
No.
You don't deserve it if you can't line up and get yourself 2 yards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When's the last time we lined up in I formation? We don't.
And you got a halfway decent fullback.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. Finally got a decent fullback, man. That can.
And we didn't even use Dowdle right for half the season, and he still broke 1,000 yards.
Yeah, I felt like
if we benched him again. He got benched again.
Yeah, if we'd have used him correct, if we'd have used him earlier, man, instead of running away from the run like that, Mr. Mike McCarthy, I want to run the football.
Yeah.
If we could have ran the football earlier, man, and took the pressure off of that, we would probably have been in a better situation. I mean, we probably still would have made the playoffs, but we'd had a better season.
Mm-hmm.
And Mike might have wanted to run the ball, but it's ultimately Jerry's decision.
Yeah.
I mean, he can't even pick the players that suit up on game day.
Mm-hmm.
That is insane to me.
Yeah. But the mere fact that the coach is saying, "Oh, I want to play a deuce, but I can't put him in," that's pathetic to me, man. You're the head coach, and you're saying you can't put a player in.
But see, we've because of Mike McCarthy, and they letting them talk, and the
Yeah.
more they talk, these little things slip out. We didn't know that Mike didn't have control over his 53.
Yeah.
We didn't know that until that slipped out when he said, "I'd like to get." What do you mean you like to get players in?
Right.
You're the head coach, put them in the game.
Yeah.
And see, he can't. I think that those are cries for help.
I agree.
When he can't say it flat out. Jerry Jones is the one that told me to. Oh my goodness, that was a horrible throw call.
Holy
Oh
shit!
my God, it's big. Y'all see that?
Oh, they go.
Yeah.
Oh,
Holy shit!
Four cleaned him up.
Oh
What
my
happened?
God.
Number 4 on the way to the end zone, he cleaned him up. Took him
Why
off
would he
his
throw? It was 3 Redskin defenders over there. Why would he throw?
Dude, the Commanders are
Watch
playing
watch
man.
about 5 yards out from the end zone.
Oh damn!
Jesus Christ, the Commanders are actually playing today. Fuck. Yo, man, if Dan Quinn makes the NFC Championship game a year after he gets off this fucking team,
boom, took golf off his feet. Oh my goodness.
Oh
Lord.
Well, oh, I see.
Oh my God, man. Yeah, Goff is not playing.
Golf know better, man. You just gotta let that touchdown happen. You can't get injured.
If that was Pat Mahomes, they would have.
They would still be court. They'd be a fucking court case out after.
Oh my God!
The next week, oh my goodness, they're gonna keep showing it over and over again.
Oh my goodness!
I forgot what we were talking about.
So, coaching. We've interviewed. How many interviews have we had?
We had Saleh. We had Kellen Moore. Who else you have? Fuck.
Well, Dion was just the phone call.
He just had a conversation with Dion. They didn't really do a coaching interview.
Right. That was
right. Yeah.
I've been saying.
I don't think Dion's coming.
I don't think Dion's
coming. I've been saying. I stopped. I had to. I mean, I've been saying it over and over. I said Dion is not gonna come here. And then I don't want to talk about anything else because I got chewed out. I got threats on me knowing certain people, and I'm not gonna get into it. What I discussed, but I knew from jump that Dion wasn't gonna come. Is not coming to Dallas. Dion likes to develop young men into becoming professionals.
Yeah,
and
he said he wants to coach his kids too, from what I've heard. So
exactly. So
I don't think Dion got the patience for adults that won't.
I don't think he has the patience for basis.
Yeah. I had a statement that he had wrote, and I couldn't find it. I was trying to find it while y'all were talking.
Mm-hmm.
But he's a leader of young men. He likes to develop young men, and I can't see him playing. I mean, coaching Dallas.
I can't either. Yeah,
in that environment, Dion likes to win. He likes to, he did a great job at Jackson State. He's doing a pretty good job at Colorado. He said, man, I just got my feet wet here. Mm-hmm. I mean, just now, this is just my 3rd season. I mean, me personally, I love Dion to death, but I would give him a little bit more time on the college level as a head coach on a college level.
Right.
I don't think he's. If that were the case, I don't think he's ready for the NFL level. Now, what he's done, the things that he's done for those kids, all that, cool. And the environment that he attracts, I think that's what Jerry likes. I heard y'all talk about this earlier. I agree. I don't think he can help who he attracts, like the celebrities and stuff like that. I think they just see what he's done, the work he's put in, and what he's done, the influence that he has on the kids and the fan base and the school and the academic, all that. And I think they just kind of gravitate his way. I don't think he asks The Rock to be on the sideline or asks T.O. and Snoop Dogg.
It's his personality, right? I mean,
they feel his energy and they just come his way.
Yeah,
that's what it is.
Yeah.
And I just think Jerry just kind of threw that out there. because
Is
you don't
Goff?
have to tell people who you talk to or had a conversation with.
Yeah.
Yo, not to interrupt you, but Derek Goff is off the field.
Yeah. Jared Goff is off the field.
They took him back to the locker room.
Oh God! Oh well. Damn.
Yeah. Because he got cream.
That's why you just let. What did I say? Just let the touchdown go.
Yeah, dude, he got absolutely cooked by that guy.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
that's a defensive back's dream.
Yeah,
to light up a quarterback like that. Oh my God, I wish I could have got one like that.
Shit. Oh yeah.
Now they gotta run the ball. They have to run the ball.
The Lions are blouses, I think, at this point.
And Teddy Bridgewater came out of retirement for this game.
I think the Lions are in shock. I mean, the Redskins, they're playing football, man. It's like they're that team that's kind of getting hot, seem like it.
Mm-hmm.
But I think the Lions need to go back. The Lions need to go back to the basics and go back to running that ball with that two-headed monster they got back there.
Yeah.
And stop being cute.
Yeah.
I am telling you right now, if the Commanders win this game, I'm a rant of epic proportions, bro. I am gonna be so pissed off.
See, I'm gonna be mad, but I gotta be honest. I low key want Dan Quinn to win to stick it to Jerry. That's the only incentive, but I feel you 100%.
Yeah, I hear you.
I feel you 100%, but I'm just saying, like, if Dan Quinn makes the NFC Championship game a year after he gets off this team,
go! There you go.
I'm gonna be pissed.
Come on, man! Go! That's got to be touchdown, man. Yeah, that's touchdown.
That's all good. Jam.
Oh, yeah, man! I'm telling you.
That's
and crazy. Look at Teddy Bridgewater throwing himself in the middle of it. You dumbasses, man.
Yeah. Oh my God, that's crazy. Yeah, this game the Commanders are playing really well. I'm surprised, I'll be honest.
Yeah, this is a good game, man. This is a good game. For real.
This is a good game.
This is a real good game.
Oh man. But this just goes to show like how far behind we are as an organization, man.
Yeah.
Just seeing this kind of real football, we're like, this is real. This is the way football is supposed to be played, man. You say that all the time.
Fun, man. It's so much. Yeah. It's so the players running downfield. They're blocking. They're holding their blocks. Their zones. They just want to win, man. It's up and down. Both teams are sacrificing their bodies.
I mean, you can see the heart by the players.
That was a good play, y'all, and they executed.
It's partly because the Cowboys' mentality has been for 30 years. We're just 1-2 players away. We're just 1-2 players away.
I get you. You're right.
And they haven't gotten to the point where they said they've been in a soft rebuild for 30 years. And not one time have they sat down and said, this is a bad team.
Right.
Let's get picks for the guys that we believe are good players. Let's try to get the best picks we can. And let's get some young guys in here and build around a younger generation.
Mm-hmm. It just, I mean, like the amount of heart that these players play with, and then you look at the players on our team. It's just
because they want to win.
Yeah, it's night and day difference.
Ben Johnson and Aaron Glenn are hot names on the coaching circuit. They haven't taken one interview. They want to win. They don't have. You don't have time to spend. I don't care if it's 3-4 hours. I want you 3-4 hours to focus on the next game, not putting together a plan on why you can be the next head coach of the Raiders.
Right.
And see, both of them, they can go somewhere else and be head coaches.
Yeah,
instantly.
That's how good they are. Just like back in the day, we had North Turner, the offensive coordinator. He went somewhere else and was offensive coordinator. I mean, it was a head coach.
Yeah.
Didn't he coach for the Raiders too? Later
I think so.
I think so. Yes.
Late 90s or something like that.
I think so. Yes.
Yeah, I think so.
He was there right before. What's his name was Chucky? They called him. Gruden. I think he was the head coach right before Gruden.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, I believe so.
You might be right. Yeah.
But yeah, man. As a player, playing football, I think you have to love to play for your coach too.
Mm-hmm.
There's that sense of it's almost like your parents. It's almost like when you go to school and you have a good report card, you can't wait to bring it home. And hey, look, mama, dad, look what I got. I got A's and B's.
You want the adulation.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? It's just like you gotta like to play for them. And you can tell the culture is so different in Dallas. These players, they just coming to play for a check, man. They don't care about the coaching staff and all that stuff. They just coming to play football. Oh, if we win, we win. It's cool. Whatever. We're gonna get paid anyway. So that's all. It's like you gotta like what you do, and you gotta have pride, and you gotta know that you doing it for a reason, and you gotta want to put a smile on your coach's face. I had coaches that didn't smile not one bit. Even if we did something good, they didn't smile. They didn't show that sign of weakness because it was a coach. His name was Coach Johnson. He was my defensive coach in high school. Man, he was so stern. He was so, I don't want to say mean. He was just emotionless.
Yeah.
And I had got an interception in one game, a pick six, and I ran it back. And all he did was pat me on the butt. I'm thinking I'm going, hey, good job, yada, yada, yada. Man, all he did was pat me on the butt and,
just keep it moving.
Get ready for the offense or whatever. And I'm like, damn, I can't do nothing to make this do. Okay, I'm gonna try again. I'm gonna keep trying. And that's the tone that he set. That's the attitude he had. And it was always, I always wanted to do something to try to make him happy, make him like me, or make, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I think these coaches, they're not coaches. They're not they're not stern enough. They're not.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. It's just really weird.
Well, it's all. I mean, everything that happens in this organization just goes to show me that the Cowboys are in this bubble, and we know it.
Oh shit!
We we know it. We recognize it, but the Dallas Cowboys are in such a bubble that is just so far removed from reality and what it takes to win. And everything that they do and everything other teams do against that just goes to prove that. We would never play like this team would never play like this in this kind of a game. It wouldn't happen.
Yeah.
So it's annoying, I guess, for all of us as fans, but it's just the truth of the matter.
That dude put that ball
that was a dot.
He put that ball right in that dude's hands. That dude had his hands over his eyes, and old boy put his hands out, and that ball was right there.
And that too, this dude's a rookie, man.
God damn.
He's a rookie.
It almost reminded me of when Michael Irvin said, man, I can close my eyes.
And Troy Aikman will throw it right there. Yeah.
And that ball,
man.
And Troy put that ball and put it right in my hands. Right in my hands.
Yeah. That was he's a rookie doing this, man. Fuck, dude. We always say we're in trouble, right? So fuck.
Yes, sir.
We're in trouble, man. We've been in trouble, but we're in some. You said 4 years, man, but I mean, it's going to take us at least another 4 years after we get rid of Dak's contract to be off the books with this dude. So that's 8 years. I
said that when we got, in the I think season, I said that we were going to struggle.
Yeah.
And I meant that this year. I said we're going to struggle this year.
Mm-hmm.
But I moved it up to 3 to 4 years is when Dak Prescott got that contract.
Yeah. Man.
Right before the Cleveland game. Right before.
That same fucking day as that game, man.
Right before, that morning. Right before. And I wasn't even thinking about going live or doing nothing like that. I was gonna get ready for the game and watch it halftime show and do my post game after the game.
Yeah, the post game. Yeah.
That's all I was gonna do. And then I got that. My wife was like, "Babe, did you see Dak Prescott? The alert she got on her phone first." And I was like, "What happened?" She was like, "Jerry gave him another contract." I said,
"Man,"
but we were all talking about that. We were like, "Man, we didn't think that he would get it. We thought that we were gonna wait it out and let him earn it, And we wasn't aware of what kind of season we were gonna have either, because it was really premature at that time.
Mm-hmm.
But man, I was like, wow, and that's what made me. When they extended that dude, that's what made me say, okay, we're in trouble. We're going to be in trouble for the next. It's going to take 3 or 4 years, and especially when the season started, we started playing, and the season started progressing. We started losing games back to back to back and shit, and injuries started piling up and all that stuff, and players started getting old, and it really made me see how many pieces, all the pieces that we were missing,
Yeah.
So that's what made me kind of say, okay.
I mean, we were struggling with Dak this season. So people were trying to act like, oh, we would be playing better with Dak after he got injured. And I'm like, we were losing with him. It wasn't like we were undefeated or some shit when he was playing. We were horrible with him. Yeah,
Right.
but I mean, them signing him, like to be completely honest, to steal your word, man, I think Jerry signed him just for the gangbanger fans, man. I'm gonna be real because it's just like there's nothing football wise you can explain to me why you would make him the highest paid player in the history of the fucking league. Like I don't know what football reason there would be to give him that kind of a contract. But Dak sells jerseys. I think he's the third highest, sold jersey from the players. So, and Jerry said, "Oh, I did it for the fans." So what fans is he talking about? The 95% gangbangers. I don't see any other reason why you would pay this dude this much money.
He
I don't-
listens to too much media.
Yeah. And I mean, like,
That-
it's not like
that-
it's his first contract, too.
Wait a minute. He didn't get the touchdown? I'm sorry.
Oh, did he
They
not?
they do too much media talking,
Yeah. They do.
and he sit up there and he listens to the media, and he lets them put pressure on him to make dumbass decisions.
Right.
Mhm. Yeah.
Wow.
I don't understand. I mean, I got to get
Did
out of here
they,
in
did
about
they
10
not give
minutes.
him a
But
touchdown? I thought he scored.
no,
Did
no,
they-
no. He went down. He got tackled when he caught
Oh,
the
he
ball.
got tackled?
Yeah,
Oh,
it was It was a 2 minute warning right after he
Oh,
caught it.
okay.
But
everybody-
yeah, they always, and I said this before, they're always coaching last week's game, and they're always fixing last year's problems.
Right.
So Jerry is going to overcompensate probably in the offseason and pick up a bunch of stupid people in free agency to overcompensate from lack of free agency this year.
They got the touchdown now? Yeah.
They
Yeah.
And then they always like they play a game and you like, man, they the worst run defense in the league. Why wouldn't you just run on them? Why would you pass it? And then so next week they want to run against the best run defense because they coaching always to fix last week's game plan. And you
right.
can't do that.
Right.
Yeah.
Always.
I'm watching Daniels here at quarterback.
Man, he looks so poised in this game.
Tom, look at his feet. He ain't got no happy feet or nothing.
I'm seeing the maturity in his game. This is a playoff game. This is not a regular season game.
Yep.
And I'm just trying to figure out.
You wouldn't be able to tell the difference. Not in his eyes.
He's playing
He looks so
like
calm.
he's been
right
in
now.
the league for like 5 years.
Yeah. And then our fucking quarterback can't win a wild.
This is the time
This
when
is
you're
a rookie.
supposed to step it up.
This is a rookie.
And this is what we've been trying to explain. And I'd rather y'all say this than me, but I'm gonna go ahead and get it out.
Yeah.
This is when we try to explain to people why Dak Prescott is not the answer.
Exactly.
Because look what you're watching right here. Look what they're doing.
Yeah.
They're calling the right plays. He's making the right decisions. He's younger, man.
Yeah.
And he's doing what he's supposed to.
This is why I always say they will find somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
They got to draft. They got to draft every year. They will find somebody else.
Yeah.
The average NFL career is 3.5 years. If you can get 4 or 5 years out of a player, you beat the odds.
Yeah.
The really great ones play 10 plus years.
Mm-hmm.
Most players are out of the league before their first contract expires.
Yeah.
You come into the league, you get a 4-year deal. Most of them don't see the end of that deal. They get cut before that. And then some of them will get a middle of the road second contract, and the majority of them don't see the end of that.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay. That is the way this league. This is a young man's game. That is the way this league is designed.
Yeah.
They want to sit up there. They want to train them hard, beat them up, and ship them out and get the next ones that's coming in because there's a whole new 500, 600 players eligible for the draft every single year.
Yeah.
That's why I said stop paying these running backs, draft them, run their ass into the ground, and move on and get a new one in a couple of years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's good. Yeah. Yeah. I agree.
Like
I agree.
you can put your money in your wide receivers, you can put your money in your offensive line, and a decent quarterback. But paying a running back 15, 20 million like they did Zeke, it's dumb.
It's stupid.
Run their ass into the ground for 3 years and then ship them out somewhere else to get a payday by some fool willing to pay them off of something they did in the past.
Why they still prime. Yeah.
You ever get a flat on in your tire and you go to the tire shop just to get a patch.
A
And the
patch
first thing they
plug.
do is start
Yeah.
telling you how much tread you got left on the tire. Like, look, we can plug this, but you only got this much time left on it.
Yeah,
And what
you
they
yeah.
they're trying to sell you a new tire.
Right.
Damn, he dropped it.
Did he
Yeah.
drop it? Yeah, he dropped
Yeah,
it.
he did. Yeah, you gotta move on. Don't wait till you got the belt showing out of the tire. Most people don't even know there is steel inside of your tire.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And if you run your tires too long, that steel will come out.
Yeah.
The thread,
Yeah.
the
The,
steel
the
thread.
metal threads. Yes,
Yeah.
most people. The reason you don't know that it's in there is because you're not supposed to wait until you
You're not
see it.
supposed to.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
why do you gotta wait until it's clear and obvious that this player
I'm-
can't play anymore? Like Tyron Smith
Yeah.
should have been gone 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why do we have to wait so long to get rid of him? He's a Hall of
Right.
Famer for sure, but that
Right.
don't mean he needs to retire with you. Jason
Right.
Witten stayed too long.
Yes, agreed.
Yeah, he did.
These
Yeah.
these players they hang on to him, and it's because Jerry Jones runs this like a family,
I like a family, right?
and
That's
you got to run it like a business. And see, if you got a real GM, Jerry Jones can be that family member, and the GM can be the one that get rid of. Like when I used to run nightclubs out here in Vegas, I was the one that fired everybody, even though the GM was the one that said, "Hey, they got to go."
Right.
He was like, "Hey, yo, I got such and such coming in at 3. Can you be here to let them go?"
Yeah.
I was the one that when I walked in the building, everybody was like, "Oh shit, who's gone?"
Uh-huh.
Because the very first time they saw me, I was firing the head chef at one of the restaurants, and
Mhm.
so all of those employees knew when I walked in the building, somebody had fucked up.
Mhm.
And I'm
Right.
telling you right now, it's a weird feeling. You can feel fear.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've ever seen had that type of where you walked in a room and people was feared that something was bad was about to happen because you was there. You
Yeah.
can
Right.
feel
Oh
it.
yeah.
You can
Oh
feel
yeah.
the eyes on you and stuff like
Oh
that.
yeah. Oh yeah. Oh
They
yeah.
don't have that in Dallas. Jimmy Johnson had that. After a
Mhm.
game, you think he walked in that locker room and every player wasn't their butthole wasn't a little bit tighter because they didn't know how the conversation was going to go
Yeah.
Yeah.
and what was going to happen when they got on that plane to go back home.
Right.
He said, I don't.
They
He said, don't.
they
He
They
said,
don't
don't.
deserve to eat.
They don't need to eat. Don't feed them.
They don't deserve a meal. Yeah.
there's no fear. Like I
Yeah.
told everybody last year, I said, Mike McCarthy should have never even had a 2024 season.
No, he should not
He
have.
should have been gone after that Green Bay game.
Yeah. Yeah.
But see, Jerry Jones thought that was just a bad day at the office.
Yeah.
And then he coupled that. He wanted Mike back. And he thought, oh, it's just a bad year.
Yeah.
Wow.
Instead of actually addressing the issues, everything has an excuse, or it's just, oh man, we had a bad week in practice. We
Yeah.
had a bad game, or
No, it ain't that. It's just.
and then they got the rinse and reuse podium speeches that they use every
Oh
single week.
God.
We're
I
gonna
give
go
up
back and
caring about
we're gonna watch the tape and we're gonna get
man.
better.
Please. I've been
Look,
hearing
man,
that for
Same
9 weeks.
mistake next week. Same mistake
Yeah.
next week. Same mistake the week after that.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's
I've
how
been
you
hearing
know.
those press conferences for years. I don't care.
That's how you know right there.
But
I mean, but Jerry,
these guys down in Dallas are treated like kings. They're treated
Mhm.
like champs already. As soon as the Dallas Cowboys draft a player, they crown him. What they do
Uh-huh.
is they start immediately comparing him to Hall of Famers.
Mhm.
This
That's what
person
happened with
reminds me
Mike.
of this Hall of Famer, and this person reminds me of that
Yep.
Hall of Famer. They ain't earned not 1 ounce of that adulation
That's
because
what
they
happened
haven't
with
produced it
Micah
on the
because they
field,
compared him to LT. They compared Micah to LT when he didn't deserve that.
which is disrespectful. I can understand if you want to say he has attributes
Yeah.
Yeah.
like that person,
Certain
but to sit
quality.
up there and call Micah after 4 or 5 games the next LT was
It's-
disrespectful to LT.
That's an
Yeah.
insult.
Yeah.
That's an insult, man.
And he's not going to come close. Like, whether or not he comes close to that or not, that's disrespectful to compare that. I agree wholeheartedly. But that's what completely changed his mentality. Like, the moment people started comparing him to LT, this dude flipped and became a diva, man, if you notice.
Yeah.
His first season, he said he wouldn't do podcasts. Second season, motherfuckers on a podcast.
Yeah. Hey guys, I got to slide out. I stayed way longer than I should have.
All right, big dog. I
All right,
appreciate
man.
I got to get out of here before they start looking at me crazy.
Yes, sir. I appreciate you joining me, man. I really do, bro.
No problem. Thanks for having me.
I think Corner's going live at 9:30. So.
Oh, is he? Okay, I didn't even realize that he was.
Dude, I'm gonna go ahead and probably jump on off too and let him
Yeah.
get prepared and do his thing. Interception!
Oh, is that a pick?
Oh, man, these cats, they ready, dog.
Holy shit, these dudes are playing ball today.
They playing some football, man.
Good Lord, man.
Whoa.
Dude, I've never seen the Commanders play like
That's
this.
That's how you ball hawk right there.
Oh my God.
That's how you play right there, man.
Yeah.
A good beat. That's Dan Quinn all over, man.
Man.
All that speed he got out there. Look at that, man. He read that ball. He looked inside. Boom, right there. That's how you play, man. Look at that.
This is crazy.
Look at the replay.
Yeah.
He's looking inside. He's looking inside. The ball is coming. Go after that ball, man. That's how you play cornerback right there.
Yeah. This is bad, man. The Commanders are literally on the verge of the NFC Championship game. And just last year, they were a laughingstock in our division. Man.
They're going to win this game, bro.
Oh, yeah. Because, I mean, they look so confident out there. It's crazy. Man, it just baffles me how a rookie is playing so calm and so poised. And then our dude, a 10-year veteran, struggles in a wild card game against a 7th seed.
Yeah.
Man.
And he was our former defensive coordinator.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Man.
They got some dogs. They got some dogs over there.
Oh, yeah.
You train your dogs. You train them how to be how you want them to be.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
No, for sure.
You can bring talent. There's some talent that you can't coach, but there's some talent that you can develop. I believe in that. And if you develop these guys and get them on the right track and make them sing your song, then they're going to be successful. Just like kids. I always go back to parents and kids.
Yeah.
Every kid has the potential to be great, but you gotta lay that foundation, and so they can be great.
Yeah. I mean, you have to instill the right values in them, right? So you gotta parent them. That's what it is, right?
Exactly. It's the same thing with coaching. The same thing. You gotta let them coach, and you have to be aggressive at times. Know when to be aggressive and do the right thing, and they'll succeed. And that's what I'm seeing in the Washington Commanders, man.
Yeah, no, that's
if they keep this up, they'll win this game.
Yeah,
but
we'll see how the second half goes, I guess, right? But I mean, so far they look like they're playing football today. Man,
yeah, they are. They are, man.
Well,
man, I guess I get on up out of here, man. And
anyway, I don't know when Corner's supposed to go live, but I guess I'll catch you there then. I guess.
He said 9:30. He texted me. He said 9:30.
Oh, okay, yeah. Well, thanks for letting me come on your show, man.
All right, brother. I appreciate it, man.
All right, man. Take it easy, man.
All right. Looks like Washington going to win the game. Yeah, it looks like they're going to win it. Talk your talk. Hey, I appreciate it. I appreciate y'all joining me, guys. I really do. I know it's a busy Saturday. Everybody's busy. I normally have a lot of more people in the comment section, but I'm pretty sure people are watching the games and enjoying time with the family. 3-day weekend. Martin Luther King Day on Monday, so I got a 3-day weekend. Thank God. Man, I needed it. We them boys, hey, I appreciate it. We were 16 out of 10 championship. Yeah, yep. And hey, Jojo, I appreciate you, bro. I appreciate you. We're a little different, man. We're very passionate Cowboy fans, and we talk about what we see. We don't make things up to put players down. We talk about what we see, and that's just what we do. Those are the type of people I roll with. I don't just roll and do live streams with anybody. I normally go by myself. I really do. This is my first live stream that I've had people on, and if I'm going to have people on, they're going to be those guys right there that you saw. So it's not about the views. It's not about donations and things like that. It's about Cowboys talk, and I'm here for the betterment of the Dallas Cowboys. I don't have the most subscribers. I'm not trying to be, the best YouTuber, Cowboy YouTuber, content creator, whatever you want to call it. Everybody has their own style. God bless them. But my approach to this, my approach has been for years. I've been doing this for a long time. I've been doing this off and on since probably 2007. Then I got off, the kids were born. I started, doing my family thing and got back on 2012 off and on. And, all the way to 2016 and 2016 till now, so it's been rocky. It's been good at times. It's been bad at times, but I saw you at HEB 1980, but didn't want to bother you. Huh? Really? Wow. Which one? Because I deliver to, I got a couple of HEBs on my route. I got the one on Preston and Plano. I do the one in Allen, right off of, what was that, Exchange? I do a couple of them. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I appreciate it, man. You and the Shango the best. Yeah, Shango actually inspired me. When I got back on, when I took a break, actually, I took a break from it, and I saw Shango, South of Heaven 88, Simons. Those guys were the guys that got me to get back to it, because I just took a break and I didn't even know if I was going to start back doing it again. But when I saw those guys, I was like, you know what? I'm going to get back. Plano. Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, I haven't been to that one. Did I have that one last week? Because this past Friday, I was at the one in Allen, the newer one. Okay. That's what's up, man. It's a small world. Not too far from Frisco. Yeah, yeah. But I don't go inside. I'll be in the back receiving area because I deliver pallets or whatever to them. But anyway, yeah, man. Well, I always got to give my respect to those guys, man, because they kind of paved the way for cowboy content creators, man. Shango been doing this thing for years, man. Probably since YouTube first started. So I always give my respects to those guys, man, because they work hard, they're passionate. They do what they do. I try not to turn it into a circus, man. Like I say, I'm here for the Cowboys, and that's it. Nothing more, nothing less. Let's see. Personally, I understand how the saying Dan Quinn gets us blown out by Green Bay. Hey, that's a good comment. Fifth quarter Cowboys will tell you about that one. Because he believes that Dan Quinn sabotaged the Cowboys because he thought he was going to be the next head coach of the Dallas Cowboys. But Jerry had screwed him over, so brought McCarthy in. So, well, McCarthy was already here, but I think Dan Quinn thought he was going to be the next head coach of the Dallas Cowboys. And, he didn't get it. So he was like, well, I'll blow this game, because I was just thinking that as I'm watching the Redskins, because, even though he's the head coach, he's running that defense. You can tell he's running that defense. And that defense is going through him. And I believe that he threw the game in Green Bay. Yeah, I think he did. He sabotaged that game to teach Jerry a lesson. Oh, okay, you want to screw me over? All right, I got you. So I think that's what we all think that's what happened. Yeah, I remember. Yeah. Shango. Yeah, he lost that weight. Yeah, I remember those days, man. Shango used to do it, man. He used to do a lot of footwork, man. But he had with the Cowboys, he would interview Michael Irvin and guys like that, man. He was pretty. Yeah, he was out there doing a lot of footwork. Yeah. Oh. Just like Texas barbecue sabotaged me with pinto. You don't like Texas barbecue, man? I think it depends on where you go. It depends on where you go. Yeah. You know what? I don't go to too many places. See, back in the day, Texas barbecue used to be really good, but I don't go to too many places anymore. I barbecue myself. I had a bad experience, man. I went to Dickey's one time, and I got bad service, man. I went in there, and I was the only customer. I was the only one in there, and I was looking up at the menu, trying to figure out what I wanted. And nobody said anything. Nobody, hey, how can I help you? How you doing, sir? Nothing. They were just kind of like looking at me real weird, like I wasn't supposed to be in there. So, I looked and I kept looking. I kept thinking, I'm like, oh, okay, well, I guess they don't want my business. So I walked out. I said, fuck them. Shit, and I think that was the last time I went to a barbecue spot. Barbecue, you got to be careful where you go. You got to be real careful where you go. But I just started doing it myself, so. Yep. But guys, I'm gonna get on up out of here, man. I appreciate y'all joining me. Make sure y'all tune in to Cowboys Corner, Talking Crazy, Saturday night, 9:30, guys, Central Time. But I appreciate y'all, man. Make sure you stay cowboyed up and prayed up, because you never know what the day is gonna bring you. Holla back at your boy. I'm out.